Imagine a world unlike our own, a world where sounds are visible, where scents have colour, and where darkness teems with shapes and motion. Our human perception of reality is quite limited, but in the animal kingdom, it's a different story. It's home to creatures whose senses seem like pure fantasy. They see what's hidden from us, hear whispers from incredible distances, and sense things we can't even begin to imagine. Today, we're going on an amazing journey to explore 10 animals with truly astonishing abilities of sight, hearing, and smell. Prepare to be amazed. Evolution is a crafty business. To survive, hunt, or escape predators, animals have had to adapt, and one of their primary tools for survival has been their senses. Over millions of years, these senses have evolved to a degree that surpasses our wildest dreams. Okay, our first subject today is the true king of the skies, the eagle. Formidable and majestic, when we think of incredible vision, they're the first creature that comes to mind, and for good reason. Imagine this, you're soaring several kilometres up, high above the ground, and from that altitude, you can easily spot a tiny mouse scurrying across a field. For us humans, that's simply impossible. We'd struggle to even see a mouse clearly from just 50 metres away. But eagles? They have that power. So what's their secret? It's all in the structure of their eyes. On the retina, that's the light-sensitive layer at the back of the eye where images are formed, eagles have an incredibly high density of photoreceptor cells. They have far more of these cells than humans do. In particular, they have a massive number of cones which are crucial for seeing fine detail and colour. But here's the really unique part. Instead of just one central fovea, the area of sharpest vision, eagles have two. One fovea is pointed straight forward for focused sight, while the other is angled slightly to the side. This remarkable adaptation allows them to scrutinise a target with extreme precision, while simultaneously maintaining a wide field of view to monitor their surroundings. Of course, they need this incredible vision primarily for hunting. They spend their days patrolling their vast territories, from high altitudes, scanning the landscape below for any sign of prey. The moment they spot a potential meal, they initiate a breathtaking dive at tremendous speed. Without their phenomenal eyesight, this hunting strategy, and their very survival, would be impossible. Their eyes essentially work like powerful telephoto lenses or high-powered binoculars. An eagle's visual acuity can be anywhere from 4 to 8 times sharper than a human's. Just think about that for a moment. Now, let's take a plunge into a completely different world, right down to the ocean floor. Down there lives a creature that just might have the most complex eyes on our entire planet. Meet the mantis shrimp. Forget about our measly 3 types of colour receptors. Yes, we have 3, red, green and blue. This allows us to see the whole spectrum of colours we know. But the mantis shrimp? They don't have 3, not even 6. They possess a staggering 12 different types of photoreceptors. Imagine suddenly seeing colours you never even knew existed. It's like a brand new palette appearing, one impossible to describe with words. This is how the mantis shrimp sees the world. Incredibly vibrant and multi-layered, but their abilities don't stop there. Their eyes can perceive types of light that are invisible to us. For instance, they see polarized light. This is light that vibrates in only one plane. Many animals use polarization for navigation or finding water, but the mantis shrimp sees it in such intricate detail that they can use it for secret communication, or even to see more clearly through the water. Each of their eyes moves independently. Like 2 tiny telescopes on stalks, they can literally look in different directions at the same time. Why do they need such insane vision? For hunting. They are among the fastest and most aggressive predators on the reef. This vision helps them instantly spot prey, recognize its species, and even detect subtle changes in coloration that signal its state or mood. Changes we would never notice. It's like having a built-in super scanner that reveals all the ocean's secrets. Pretty amazing, isn't it? From the vibrant colours of the ocean, we shift to the stillness of the night, and our focus now is on a true marvel, the owl, a master of silent flight and incredible hearing. Owls are famous for their ability to fly almost silently. This silent flight is their primary weapon when hunting, but equally crucial is how they actually locate their prey. In complete darkness, sight becomes nearly useless, but for an owl this isn't a problem. They rely on their phenomenal hearing. It's so sharp and precise that an owl can hear a mouse rustling beneath a thick layer of snow or leaves, and they don't just hear it, they can pinpoint its exact location. What's the secret to this incredible hearing? For starters, owls have asymmetrically placed ear openings. One ear might be higher than the other, or slightly further forward. This asymmetry helps the owl determine the direction of a sound with astonishing accuracy. Sound reaches one ear just a fraction of a second earlier, or slightly louder, than the other. The owl's brain instantly processes this microscopic difference, creating a sound map of its surroundings. Imagine hearing a sound and knowing precisely not just where it's coming from, but also how far away the source is. Owls do this automatically. On top of that, they have a facial disc, that special arrangement of feathers around their eyes and beak. This disc works like a kind of antenna, channeling sound waves directly towards their ears. Combined with silent flight, this kind of hearing makes the owl the perfect night hunter. They can literally hear their target in pitch darkness and strike with absolute precision. It's hearing that truly replaces sight. Now let's talk about creatures who see the world with their ears. Sounds strange, right? But that's exactly how echolocation works, a skill bats have mastered. Many people think bats are blind. That's not entirely true. Most species actually have eyes and can see, just not as well as us. But to navigate in complete darkness and hunt, they need something more. They emit short, very high-frequency sounds, ultrasound. These are sounds that we humans simply cannot hear. Then, the bat listens for the echoes as the sound bounces off objects around them, trees, cave walls, insects in the air. By analysing how quickly and loudly the echoes return and how their frequency changes, the bat builds a detailed picture of its environment. Imagine you're sensing the world using sound waves. Every object, a wall, a tree, a tiny mosquito, reflects sound differently. Based on this sound fingerprint, the bat instantly identifies the size, shape, distance, and even texture of an object. This allows them to fly in complete darkness at high speed, avoiding obstacles and precisely catching the tiniest insects in flight. Some bat species can even distinguish edible insects from inedible ones just by their echo. It's an incredibly complex system of information processing. For them, echolocation is like seeing in 3D, but using sound. It's one of the most astonishing examples of how evolution can adapt sensory organs to tackle incredibly complex survival challenges. They are quite literally listening to the shape of the world around them. From the night sky, we transition back to the underwater realm. After all, echolocation isn't just for bats. In the oceans, this skill is perfected by another amazing creature, dolphins. They live in a world where visibility is often limited by murky water or great depths, so hearing becomes their primary sense. Like bats, dolphins use echolocation for navigation, finding food and communication. They produce a series of clicks, whistles and other sounds through their nasal passages. These sounds travel through the water, bounce off objects, and return as echoes. Dolphins capture these echoes using special fatty tissue pads on their head and lower jaw, which conduct the sound to their inner ear. But the level of detail dolphins obtain through echolocation is simply astonishing. They don't just determine an object's presence and distance, they can form a real sound picture. A dolphin can determine the size, shape, density, and even the internal structure of an object. Imagine a dolphin being able to see the bones inside a fish, or tell if something is hollow or solid. It's like having a built-in, portable ultrasound scanner that works from a distance. They use this ability to locate schools of fish, detect predators, and navigate the vast ocean expanse. Their sound vision allows them to literally see through things. This makes them among the most effective predators and navigators in the underwater world. The ability to see with sound is truly a superpower. Okay, let's move beyond sight and hearing and focus on another equally incredible sense, Smell. While the human sense of smell isn't as strong as that of many animals, for some creatures, scent is an entire world of information. And the absolute champion in this category is, of course, the dog. We all know dogs have a good sense of smell, but do you truly grasp just how good it is? Humans have about 6 million olfactory receptors in their nose. Dogs, depending on the breed, can have up to 300 million. That's up to 50 times more. Their nose is an incredibly powerful and sensitive organ. Dogs can detect scents diluted by up to 1 trillion times. That's like finding a single drop of a substance in 2 Olympic-sized swimming pools. It's simply astonishing. The structure of their nose is also unique. Air is separated into 2 pathways, one for breathing, the other for analysing scents. This allows them to simultaneously breathe and sniff the world around them. Their brain is also specifically adapted to process this vast amount of olfactory information. The part of the brain responsible for analysing scents is proportionally much larger in dogs than in humans. For them, smells aren't just supplementary to sight or hearing. They are the primary way they perceive the world. Scents tell them stories: who was here, when, what they did, even their mood. Thanks to their incredible sense of smell, dogs are used in countless fields, finding missing people, detecting drugs and explosives, diagnosing certain diseases, and even locating ancient artifacts. Their nose is a living detector with a sensitivity that truly seems magical. A dog can see the world through its sense, and it's a world far richer and more complex than ours. Leaving the world of land-based smells, we dive back into the ocean's depths. And down here, there are champions of scent too. But not just scent. Our next hero is the shark. When we think of sharks, the first images that pop into our minds are sharp teeth and a fin slicing through the water. But their true superpowers begin much earlier, long before they even see or hear their prey. A shark's sense of smell is nothing short of astonishing. They can detect a single drop of blood in millions of litres of water. Imagine trying to find 1 drop of ink in an entire lake. That's the kind of sensitivity we're talking about. They have large nostrils located on the front of their snout. As water flows through them, the shark analyses even the faintest trace of scent drifting on the currents. The smell of blood or other fluids from an injured fish can draw them in from vast distances. But smell is only one tool in their arsenal. Sharks possess another unique sense, one that is completely beyond our human experience. They can detect weak electrical fields. Located on their snout are special organs called the ampullae of Lorenzini. These are tiny pores filled with an electrically conductive gel connected to electroreceptor cells. All living creatures emit very weak electrical fields, a byproduct of their muscle contractions and nervous systems. Using their ampullae of Lorenzini, sharks can essentially listen to these electrical signals, even if a fish is hidden in the sand or perfectly still. A shark can sense its presence through this faint electrical signature. It's like having a built-in electric detector, allowing them to locate prey even when it's impossible to see or hear. The combination of their incredible sense of smell, sensitivity to electric fields, and other senses makes the shark one of the ocean's most formidable predators. They perceive the world in ways we can scarcely imagine. Now, let's look at creatures that can see the invisible. For instance, heat. Next up on our list are some types of snakes. Yes, snakes are known for their sharp eyesight, but some possess a special superpower: infrared vision. This doesn't mean they see everything in bright red, like a thermal camera used by rescue teams or the military. Instead, snakes like rattlesnakes, pit vipers, and some boas have special pit organs on their heads, usually located between the eye and the nostril. These pits are highly sensitive thermoreceptors, detecting heat radiation. Think of these pits as a kind of thermal camera. Infrared radiation, or heat, is emitted by all warm-blooded creatures. While a snake's eyes might not see well when hunting at night, these pits pick up the heat from potential prey, a mouse, a rat, or a bird. The information from the pits is processed in the snake's brain and combined with what its eyes see. The result is not just a simple image, but a thermal map of the environment overlaid onto the visual picture. It literally sees where warm objects are, even in total darkness. This allows them to target prey precisely and strike with high efficiency, even if the victim is still and silent. Imagine being able to see the heat radiating from living creatures. It's like having X-ray vision, but for temperature. For a snake, this is a critically important tool for hunting at night. Infrared vision adds a completely new dimension to their perception of the world and makes them one of the most deadly night predators. And there you have it, the incredible senses that make animals the true superheroes of our world. From sight that can perceive the unseen, to hearing that paints a picture, and a sense of smell that can track trails laid long ago. It really makes you stop and think about just how differently the same reality can be experienced, doesn't it? We hope you found this deep dive into the world of animal senses as fascinating as we did. Thanks for watching all the way to the end. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on more amazing facts about our world. And tell us in the comments below, which of these incredible senses would you most want to have and why? We'd love to hear your thoughts.